Guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we are doing a 10-year Milwaukee Bucks rebuild in NBA 2K26. So the Milwaukee Bucks obviously future isn't in the best spot. They still have their franchise player in Giannis Antetokounmpo, but I feel like that can change really fast. Obviously, the Bucks are off to a 2-0 start right now, but obviously things could change right away. 2 games, not a lot of games at all. There's still 80 games left to play. And plus, man, Giannis, I feel like if this team doesn't at least show like some sign of contention, I still don't think this team is the best. I don't think they're a contender just yet. After 2 games, you can't really judge a team at all. But I feel like if the team that doesn't go far in the playoffs, if they miss the playoff, that's probably a guarantee that Giannis will request a trade or will be gone. But I still feel like Giannis does still have some heart in Milwaukee. Obviously, I don't think he wants to leave Milwaukee, but he wants to win a championship. And if that means leaving Milwaukee, I think he wouldn't be afraid to leave, request a trade, do whatever. Obviously, the Bucks really want him to stay. They have, signed 2 of his siblings, Thanasis and Alex Antetokounmpo. So, yeah, we'll see what ends up happening. I definitely think it's going to lead to Giannis requesting a trade. I feel like it's better for both teams, in my opinion. I don't think the Bucks can contend anymore. Not because Giannis on the team. I feel like they can rebuild and get a new core. Like I said, Giannis. It'll suck to trade him, but I feel like it's the best thing for both sides if this team isn't good. I think it will be the case. But right now, your rotation is Cole Anthony, Gary Trent, Kyle Kuzma, Giannis. Obviously, Miles Turner was their big addition in the offseason. They had to waive and stretch Damian Lillard to do it, though. Bobby Portis, Kevin Porter Jr., Ryan Rollins, Torian Prince, and that'll be our rotation right now. And then I will see you guys at the end of the season. We'll see how good we are at the end of the season. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wins the MVP. Cooper Flag, Rookie of the Year. Sixth man going to Day'Ron Sharpe. Haven't seen that. Defensive player going to Victor Wembanyama. Most improved going to Neemias Queta. Clutch player going to Alfred Şengün. Mike Brown, Coach of the Year. Zachary Staples, executive. All-NBA first team. Giannis was out for this season with a broken vertebrae. That is very disappointing. He played 66 games, and I guess he got injured. The last couple, obviously the last, I think, 1 or 2 months of the season. Not definitely disappointing for Giannis. So yeah, I feel like that'll end in a trade. But we ended up missing the playoffs, especially with Giannis out, not playing at all throughout those last couple of games. That was very disappointing. We finished off as the 11th seed, 34-48. So yeah, Giannis hurt or healthy. I feel like everybody will line up a trade package to get him. So I will be trading him in the offseason, especially after that. I don't think this thing is going to work. So we had about 27, 12, 6, 1 steal, and 1 block from Giannis. So obviously, he was great. 16 from Kyle Kuzma, 14 from Miles Turner, 13 from Cole Anthony, 13 from Bobby Portis, 11 from Ryan Rollins, 11 from Kevin Porter Jr., 10 from Gary Trent. So we had a lot of guys average double digits, which is cool. 5 from AJ Green, 5 from Gary Harris, 4 from Torian Prince, 3 from Mir Coffey, and 0.4 from Jericho Sims. So yeah, I think at this point, both sides, I guess, might be interested in a trade, at least one side. But player retirements got all these guys retiring. So yeah, LeBron is gone. The Clippers players are gone, which is expected. But heading into the draft lottery, though, I do know there are some picks I have to fix in this draft, which I will get to that in just a second. But simulating the draft, so the Hornets are going to get number 1. The Suns, I have to fix that pick. But everything else should be fine. The Rockets, I have to give that pick back to Brooklyn, Utah. So yeah, there are some picks I do have to fix. But apparently we actually do have do we have a pick in this draft? No, we actually don't have a pick in this draft because okay, so there's some picks needed fixing the draft. I'll do it, but after that, I'll show you guys what the Giannis trade. Here's the trade we are going to be doing for Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's a 3-team trade, and as the Bucks GM, we want to get our first-round picks back. So obviously, this trade isn't perfect, but bear with me here. So the Atlanta Hawks are obviously getting Giannis Antetokounmpo. I feel like they would love this pair next to Trae Young. They're trading Jalen Johnson to us. We need something out of this, obviously. They're sending Onyeka Okongwu to the Pelicans. I'll explain why later. But we're getting our pick back in this draft. We're getting 2 future first-round picks, number 10. This is a 2031 first, knowing that to get his let you go past 2030. Pretend this is a 2031 unprotected first-round pick. And then the Hawks are trading Okongwu to the Pelicans so we can get our 2027 pick swap back. Another one of our first-round picks back. And we have to take on the contract of Jordan Poole. So I thought this will make some sense, obviously. The Hawks might want to give up like 1 more player, though. So who would they be willing to trade? So I don't think it'd be like Dyson. Nikhil, I don't really have interest in him, so I'm the guy. Like, I mean, guess I would have some interest in Azen Newell, so I'd like to land him in this trade as well. So this is gonna be a trade I'm gonna do. All these teams are probably gonna decline, but if they do, so yeah, both teams decline, but I'm gonna even trade over on this trade could make some sense. And obviously, with superstar trades, and we all have to consider Giannis superstar, right? There's no clue, no doubt in my mind. I'm gonna make this trade go using trade over. I feel like that could make some sense. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that trade's pretty good. Obviously, start this 10-year rebuild off, but now we can go ahead and turn off trade over, and we'll start this process with possibly going after new head coach. Well, I'm gonna fire Doc Rivers. We're gonna get a new coach here. So we got like Will Hardy, Jody Fernandez, David Adelman is here as well, Brian Keefe. I don't hate that they go after Will Hardy. I wonder what if we can develop him into somebody pretty good. So we'll get Will Hardy. So I don't hate that. We can obviously move on if it doesn't work out. But we do have our pick back in this draft. So the 9th overall pick, which is really nice to see. And we'll be drafting in the lottery. With the number 1 pick in the NBA draft, the Hornets are going to slay AJ Abanza. 2 is going to be Kimmer Boozer to the Grizzlies. 3 is going to be Darren Peterson to the Sacramento Kings. 4 is going to be Nate Ament to the Nuggets. We got Mikael Brown going to the Wizards. 6 is going to be Chris Nack to the Nets. And then Dash Daniels will be going to the Utah Jazz with Yesafu going to the Celtics. But with our pick, we got Benny Strides, we got Kareem Lopez, we got Philin, so LeBaron Philin, we got James Quaitnance, Caleb Wilson. So there's some good prospects here, definitely, 100%. We also got like Elijah Arenas here. It says he's out for 14 to 16 months. Obviously, he did deal with another gruesome injury, which sucks for his career. I hope he can recover from it fast. I think I'm going to go with Caleb Wilson here. So Caleb Wilson is going to be our pick. Hopefully that was the best pick for the future. So Caleb Wilson, welcome to the team. Ended up being a 75 overall. Looks like some guys were better. Like Elijah Reeves came in. He's injured. Flat out about that. So I guess it was close. Caleb Wilson, welcome to the team. Gary Trent Jr., we might as well just decline the team option at this point, and everybody else decline this instead of Gary Harris, who's going to accept this player option. Jericho Sims will also accept this player option. I actually am going to extend Mark Sears because I've seen him develop into a pretty good player in 2K, so I wouldn't mind having him back, a qualifying offer. And then Gary Trent, Thanasis. I mean, there's no really point in resigning Thanasis now that Giannis is gone at this point. Got Ryan Rawlings, Jordan Poole, Torian Prince, Gary Harris, Andre Jackson Jr., Kyle Kuzma, AJ Green, Bobby Portis, Jalen Johnson, Caleb Wilson, Aiden Newell. So we have a bunch of talented forwards here that I do want to play. We got Turner and Jericho Sims. So I think I do want to go ahead and get rid of Miles Turner now that he's here. I don't really think there's a point of having him anymore. So I do want to trade him away to a team. I think there's some teams that would be interested. Here is the Miles Turner trade I will be doing with the Detroit Pistons. So I feel like the Pistons would love to have some floor spacing, starting or off the bench. Turner could 100% provide that. Obviously, one of the better shooting bigs in the league. Also a great rim protector. So I wonder if the Pistons will be interested. They need more shooting and Ron Holland. And I would love to get an unprotected pick instead of being lottery protected. So I think you chance to an unprotected pick, first round pick. I would absolutely love to do the trade with the Detroit Pistons, and they are going to want Andre Jackson Jr. They're going to be D-Ball Paul. I mean, sure. I mean, I guess we could do that. So, yeah, we get Ron Holland changed to an unprotected pick from the Pistons. So, yeah, I feel like it's a pretty fair trade. The next player I do want to trade out of here is Bobby Portis, and I also think he would have some interest around the league as well. So, yeah, we'll see. I am liking this trade with the Cavaliers, though, where they take on Bobby Portis' contract. They can do this because they're below their second apron, or they're above their second apron, and they would obviously be taking cheap money. And I think they'd be interested in this. Well, they can get, obviously, a power forward center hybrid that can be a sixth man of the year candidate at times. Could be a really good scorer, and I feel like the Cavaliers could use that. And obviously, they're getting rid of Max Strus's contract, and they're just trading out Utah Jazz 2029 or first round pick, which might be valuable. 100% could be. So yeah, sure. We obviously taking on expiring contracts here, and I think that's the only player we're going to trade for now. Sadly, I don't think Kuzma would have interest around the league. So yeah, I'm honestly liking that off. You don't really have a starting center, nor do we have a good starting point guard. But for now, I'm just going to move Jordan Poole to point guard and call that. That's how it is. Then I guess we would need a shooting guard. So a shooting guard and a center are probably the only things I'm going to go after in free agency if we have enough room, which we do. We have enough money for two players, which is pretty good too. So Quentin Grimes could be a guy we go after, or we could just sign somebody cheaper like Isaiah Joe. But that's it would be his waiver. So a center that can start for us, honestly, I don't hate the idea of going after Mark Williams at all. We can go after him. Obviously, he's been really injured with the Suns by the time I'm recording this video. So sure, Mark Williams on a we'll see if the Suns match it or not, because we can take a shot on him, I guess. Like I said, if he's not good, we could trade him away. But we'll sign Mark Williams. Suns will not match that. And then I will sign, like, I guess we can bring back Gary Trent on another one-year deal. So I guess I should opt into the team option. But he'll start, I guess. We'll call that. We'll announce everybody else. But actually, no, I won't sign Gary Trent because I do want Mark Sears back. He'll be the last guy on this team. So, yeah, we'll do that. And then player progression and interested to see how this looks. So Jalen Johnson's up 3 overalls. Max Schutz is actually up. Ryan Rollins is going up. Ron Holland is going up 3. AJ Green's going up. But then we do got Mark Sears and Aiden Wells on up. So yeah, Mark Sears develops really nicely. Gary Harris is regressing. But like I said, next year we should have a clean slate. I know we have AJ Green's big contract, and he's probably not going to develop anything. So I'll see you guys in the rotation. Here's your rotation heading into year number 2. So I decided to display Jordan Poole at the shooting guard position. We're starting Ryan Rollins, Jordan Poole, moving Ron Holland to small forward because he went up to an 80 overall. Jalen Johnson, Mark Williams, Kyle Kuzma, Caleb Bolson, AJ Green, Aiden Newell. The Wolves go 10 rotation and play over to the 10th man. It's going to be Torian Prince. So sure, injuries will happen. So I say that Max Schutz is hurt somehow, but these guys will get in the rotation. I guess injuries will happen. Max Schutz will be hurt just for day-to-day, so dealing with the stomach virus. So I'll see you guys at the end of this season. We have something to tank for as well. We have a draft pick from the Giannis trade, so at least that's something. Victor Wembanyama wins the MVP. Mikael Brown, Rookie of the Year. But at the end of this season, we finished off missing the playoffs, obviously. The Atlanta Hawks with Trae Young and Giannis only finished off as the 5th seed. So I think this team's really good, obviously. Looks like they're missing their starting center. I don't think they're able to afford Porzingis out of this. I mean, they could have, but who knows? If you guys want to see a Giannis Atlanta Hawks rebuild, let me know in the comment section. We got about 18 from Poole, 17 from Jalen Johnson, 14 from Kuzma, 13 from Rollins, 12 from Caleb Wilson, 12 from Mark Williams, 12 from Max Schutz, 10 from Ron Holland. We weren't that injured throughout the season. Only player really missed time was Ryan Rollins. I guess Jordan Poole a little bit. We finished off as the 11th seed, or the 12th seed, my bad, 29 and 52 seed, which is really bad, obviously. So it's expected, though. So we will be guaranteed a lottery pick, which is nice as well. We got our pick back from the Giannis trade. The New York Knicks are going to go on to win the championship. Karl-Anthony Towns follows the VP. Kevin Durant will retire a Rocket, and some other guys are retiring as well. So end of an era here. I think I saw James Harden, DeMar DeRozan, players like that. But it's time to see where our pick is going to land. So we are projected the number. What pick we projected? Why don't I see us? Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not. Okay, it's 5. Why did it say San Antonio? Did San Antonio have our pick and I don't even know about it? Do we not get our pick back? Okay, let me just simulate the draft and see what happens. Okay, we got 2 from LA. Wait, I'm so confused, dude. Wait, no, we got 3. Okay, no, we got 3. I got Milwaukee and Los Angeles mixed up completely. But we got number 3. I don't know why I said San Antonio. San Antonio, do they have our pick swap? I don't know. They might have something to do with our pick. But all I know is we have the number 2 overall pick in the draft, number 3 overall pick. And I'm not complaining with that at all. At all, man. So, this draft class is the Stokes, Stephen, and Hugo, those guys. I would love to go ahead and get Christian Collins in this draft class. I know Christian Collins and Stephen Joksimovic are the 2 best players in this draft class. I know that from prior experience. So either one of those will be Milwaukee Bucks, hopefully. But I don't think there's anybody we trade before draft night. Like we have Jalen Johnson's contract, which I want to keep him. Ron Holland, Mark Williams. I guess the only guy is AJ Green, but I'm cool. I'll go and go into the draft. We'll keep Will Hardy as a head. We're not going to fight after one season, obviously. So number 1, the Blazers will select Stefan Joksimovic. Number 2 is going to be Hugo, so which means we can go with Stokes, which we could do. But I know Christian Collins is the better player. You guys might call me crazy, but in the other video, I drafted Stokes. He was okay. Maybe I should still take him, but Christian Collins is even better, dude. So that's what I'm going to take. I'm going to pass up on Stokes for the opportunity to draft Christian Collins. You guys might call me insane. That's what I'm going to do. It's exactly what I'm going to do. So, Christian Collins, welcome to the team. As of right now, overall wise, it might not seem like the right decision, but in the future it will be. We'll compare their stats when it's all said and done. Ron Holland, we're gonna accept. Ron Rawlings will opt out of his player option, which is fine. I wouldn't mind him back though. He's a new well. What did he do for us last season? So 5.34% from three. Mark Sears, I'm also gonna extend the qualifying offer again. I know what he can do. I know he'll keep developing as well. So I want to keep a roster spot over him. I'm gonna let all these guys go in free agency. So we just go straight to cap hole, start clearing this thing, man. Like absolutely clearing all these guys. So Ryan Rawlings, I guess I wouldn't mind him back, but everybody else, I guess instead of Mark Sears and maybe Ryan Rawlings could go, honestly. So we also have some cap space as well. So we got no point guard, no shooting guard. We have no sign of guards in this rotation. Ron Holland, we only have forwards and centers, I guess. Mark Williams. So yeah, we have to fill out this roster. I think I'm gonna start this free agency class with offering one of these guards. So Tyler Hero, someone I don't think will have interest in. But Anthony Black, Scoot Henderson is here, but I think the Lakers will 100% bring him back. Keontae George and Anthony Black are two guys I'm interested in, though. Anthony Black isn't that good. I know Keontae George is pretty solid. I wouldn't mind, and he's really cheap, actually. So Keontae George, if we can, we have the cap space to do it. So if we can pay, I'm going to pay him $19 million for 4 years, $19.5 million. See if the Jazz match this. I believe they're already offering him. Yeah, they're already offering him, but we're obviously offering him way more money. So if we can land Keontae George here, see the Thompson twins are here as well. But if we can land George, I'd love to. And we're going to land Keontae George. So Keontae George will be the guy we go after in free agency. So either Mark Sears and Ryan Rawlings, I do want those guys back. Let me just offer Ryan Rawlings a contract. So I'd actually love to have him back. So Ryan Rawlings is a really solid backup point guard or whatever he is for us. He'll be back. We need some guard depth and possibly even a backup five. So Jalen Williams, Isaiah Stewart, Draymond Green is still playing. Day'Ron Sharpe won Sixth Man of the Year earlier in the video. So yeah, I wouldn't mind him at all. So Day'Ron Sharpe is a guy I will offer a contract to as well. And I'll offer like some other guards too. So like D'Angelo Russell, dude, Jaden Hardy's low-key a sneaky good player in 2K. Part of me wants to offer him, but I want to offer somebody that expensive, not gonna lie. So I just want to offer a minimum contract. So we can re-sign KPJ on our team last year, or I don't think it was last a couple of years ago. And then backup two is something I do want to spend money on though. So Miles McBride, so we'll sign those two guys to minimums, and then that might be it. We have Martinez coming back, so that might be it. I'll sign a third string center in case. I'll sign like Jalen Smith to a 1-year deal and goes to the Knicks, but we'll call it off season. Play progression looks amazing, man. Jalen John up to 86. Jalen Johnson's up to 86. Kenny George's up to 85. Ron Hall's up to 83. Probably can move him to small for us. Another reason. Mark Williams up to 82. Caleb Wilson up to 80. McBride is even going up. Mark Sears up to a 70. I want to continue to offer him new contracts. Aiden Noel up to a 77. AJ Green to a 76. So yeah, low-key, this is a sneaky good rotation. I'm actually liking this. Obviously, somebody will be moved to the 2. I still want to start Christian Collins this year, so we'll obviously have to see how the rotation looks like. Here's how the rotation is actually going to look like heading into the next season. So we got Mark Sears, Keontae George. I'm going to start Christian Collins right away. Jalen Johnson, Mark Williams, Ron Holland, Caleb Wilson, Miles McBride, Asa Newell, and Ryan Rawlings is your 10-man rotation. These guys will get in eventually, but low-key, I feel like the only thing we need to make this starting 5 complete for the future is maybe a long-term center, but most definitely a long-term point guard. I don't know how good Mark Hughes will actually be for like the full 10 years we're going to do, but so far I'm really liking how this rebuild is going. Shots in the sea, something else I have to look at. Johnson I'm cool with. George I'm also cool with. I want Christian Collins' tendency to be high, and it already is, so that's really, we'll just see how the season goes without messing with any shots in the seeds. But proficiency, running a balanced system, but we don't have a good proficiency. Actually, we're going to be a good proficiency if we run 7 seconds. So I'll fix his preferred in the 7 seconds, and I'll see you at the end of the season. Nikola Jokic wins the MVP at the end of the season. Terrence Stokes wins Rookie of the Year. So, like I said, he won Rookie of the Year, but trust me, dude, at the end of toss said and done. And, you know, Terrence Stokes isn't a three-point shooter. At least he wasn't in the last. He's not a good three-point shooter. So, we'll be good. At the end of the season, we finished off as the number 6 seed this year. So, you love to see that. Somehow we made it in the playoffs, dude. 42-40 on the season. Player stats, we had about 20. What? I was about to say that it was only in one game. This is honestly crazy stats for him in one game. So 21.7 rebounds, He literally played one game. That's why he averaged that those numbers. But okay, he led the league in scoring for this team, I guess. Christian Collins averaged 19 points per game, shot about 42% from three. He'll be the better player in the future, trust me. 62 games played. We have to be a little more healthy, though, for George and Christian Collins. George is pretty good, 18 points. We had about 17 from Caleb Wilson, 14 from Jalen Johnson with 10 rebounds. He shot 34% from three, 12 from Mark Sears. We had 10 from Robert Williams, 10 from Mark Williams, 10 from Ryan Rollins, 9 from KPJ. Ron Holland is injured right now on a fractured left leg, but Ron Holland isn't really that good in 2K, man. So I don't know if we'll re-sign him or not. He might come back in the qualifying offer. Either way, we will see. But we do have the Atlanta Hawks in round one, so this will be interesting, obviously. We traded Giannis to the Hawks, so we'll see how this goes against Atlanta. We are going to go ahead and beat them. We're going to lose in 5. Giannis in this series averaged 25 against us. But, yeah, we do lose the Hawks as they go on to lose the Spurs in the NBA Finals. But player retirements heading into the draft lottery, though. I don't think we're projected pick 6 from Portland. Are we supposed to have this pick? I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll sit in the draft and see, though. We're going to finish with the number. Actually, we don't have that pick, which was pretty expensive. We don't have the 7th overall pick or whatever that said Portland had. I think we traded that pick to Portland anyway to get Damian Lillard. We have the 17th pick in the draft, so we actually have our own pick. It might have been a pick swap. I don't know. We have the Hawks picking. So we have back-to-back picks, 17, 18. And we, from the unprotected pick we got from Bobby Portis, we have the Hawks picking 2029. We have the Jazz picking 2029. We'll see how good that pick is. Hawks picking 2030, Pelicans picking 2030, and some other first-round picks as well. But what was the Jazz? Okay, if they can honestly stay like that for the rest, or at least 2 more years, obviously we still Keontae George. So I'm going to still remain to keep Will Hardy. Yachts the 6th seed. Not much in the playoffs, though. So, yeah, we'll see. We drafted our back-to-back picks. All right, with our back-to-back picks, I'm going to go ahead and select Nasir Anderson. With our other pick, I'm going to go and select Elijah Williams. So I'm liking those 2 picks. We'll see what those 2 guys can become for us. We drafted a 75 and a 73, so pretty solid. Going to accept Wilson and Noel. Ron Holland and Mark Sears, I both will extend them. Mark Sears was really good for us last year, really efficient. Ron Holland, he might just come back in the qualifying offer. He might end up trading him at the trade deadline. So, yeah, I'm sadly not going to be able to pay him close to $30 million. That's not happening. So, it's qualifying offer or bust, man. Nobody should be able to pay him that anyway. So, Nasir Anderson, they're starting point guard right now. I do eventually want to get a guard that can start next to Keontae George. We know George is really good. Christian Collins, AJ Green, Elijah, this will be the 4 rotation. Newell. So, yeah, I think center is the spot for this team. We have to upgrade eventually. They're just no good centers, man, to even go after right now. So Klingon is like a free agent, but we might just have to trade for a center. So that might come at the deadline. We'll see. But for this offseason, I just want to go ahead and so Ron Hall will be back in the qualifying offer. That's a guarantee. I don't want to get rid of losing for nothing. So I don't think we'll make any big moves this offseason. I think with its weight, it is maybe renounced Ron Holland, didn't it? It did. That definitely disappointing. I'm going to get him back in the qualifying offers. I didn't mean to get rid of him, so that's all I'm going to do in free agency, though. Mark Sears getting an offer from the Los Angeles Clippers, so I'm going to go ahead. A bunch of teams, never mind, but I'm going to go ahead and match this contract. Here's play progression, though. Keontae George up to an 88 overall. Jalen Johnson is, he's progressing, as you can see. Ron Hall's up to an 85. I think he's somebody we could trade for a center at the trade deadline. He already took the qualifying offer. I'm still not going to pay him. Even next offseason, he's not getting that contract for me, man. Caleb Wilson's up to an 84. So yeah, he's developing really nicely. Obviously, was a 9th overall pick. Azen Newell up to an 81. Christian Collins up to an 81. Mark Sears up to an 80. AJ Green, I'm probably gonna move him to the 2. So we can obviously be our backup shooting guard. It's a really solid shooter. So move him to the 2. Other than that, I'm fine with this. Ron Rollins on regress. We obviously got Nasir Anderson. He'll be a rotational player really, really soon. So yeah, I'm loving how this is going. I'll show you guys the rotation, but other than that, loving this, man. Heading into this team is going to be Mark Sears, Keontae George, Christian Collins, Jalen Johnson, Mark Williams, Ron Holland, Caleb Wilson, Azen Newell, AJ Green, and Ryan Rollins. So, like I said, Ron Holland will be out the trade line for a center. I am aware that he took the qualifying offer, or basically did. He will have a no trade clause. So, That's what we're gonna obviously figure out. Obviously, it'll be tough to trade him, but I really think we can get this done, and that'll turn us into a legitimate contender in the Eastern Conference. But off to a solid start. We'll see how this ends. The trade I am interested in at the trade line, that is acquiring Walker Kessler at this point. Only if Ron Holland wants to go to Utah, obviously, but Kessler would be a great addition to our starting center. So Mark Williams can come off the bench. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get a swap here going for Ron Holland for Walker Kessler going, and they disagreed to it just like that. Walker Kessler, welcome to the Milwaukee Bucks. So I don't expect them to disagree with it right away, but they did. Ron Holland goes to Utah, and just like that, we get Walker Kessler versus swap. So like I said, that couldn't have gone better. The only position I'm worried about now is starting point guards. Obviously, Mark Sears isn't going to develop to like a 90 overall. So I do want to get our long-term option at point guard. Even whenever that is, maybe Nasir Anderson, maybe it's him, maybe he's waiting in the shelves. I don't know. I have no clue, but I'll see you guys at the end of the season. This is our team right now. We're 32-19. I'm loving how this is going so far. So I will see you guys at the end of the season. MVP, but at the end of the season, Mark Spears, Rookie of the Year. Sixth Man of the Year did go to Caleb Wilson, so you love to see that. But at the end of the season, we finished off as the number 2 seeds. We improved heavily after Walker Kessler went 54-28 on this season. So obviously, oh damn, okay. Keontae George is out for the season, dislocated right patella. So that ends our season right there, most likely. That sucks. He's obviously out for this season and probably to start of next season. But he was a great at being a great starting. 20 points, almost 4 rebounds, 7 assists per game, shooting 48% from the field, 40% from 3. What a damn good signing he was. Christian Collins, too, man. 24 points per game. Obviously, he is all-star potential, and I went over that over you know who, but he's only 81 over. He continues to develop. This team isn't even fully developed, man. I'm excited. We all seen Caleb Wilson stats off the bench, 15 from Johnson, 11.5 from Sears. We had almost 10 from Asa Newell, 9-7 in the block. Want to keep Mark Williams the backup center, 8, 15, and 2 blocks from Kessler, 7 from Nasir Anderson, 7 from Ron Holland, 7 from AJ Green, 6 from Billy Richmond. Don't remember signing him, but he's playing. And then 5 from Darren Sharp. Okay, it's time to see if they make a run in the playoffs here. I'm going to go 9 or 10. I'm going to shrink our bench utilization down. And AJ Green is starting in place of Keontae George right now, but we got the Wizards in round 1. Yeah, Mitchell, Coulibaly, Rozer, and it is looking like they are fully healthy. They're missing Alex Sarr, Moses Moody, never mind. I guess we can check and see how long they're injured for. So he's out for this season. Mikael Brown, so that's huge for us. Moses Moody is out for 1 to 2 weeks. And then Stokes is hurt right now. Dude, I still think he's the better player. He might be the better rebounder and passer. I still think overall Christian Collins is the better player. For what we needed, we're gonna choke a 3-1 lead. 3-1 lead, of course we are, man. We didn't get injured in that series, right? Because if so, no, we literally didn't get injured. Caleb Wilson got hurt a little bit, but we choke a 3-1 lead and we're out of here. We need Keontae George to go on a playoff run, man. So him getting hurt kind of messed literally everything up, but he should be back soon. Heading into the draft lottery, we are projected the number 7 overall pick from the Utah Jazz. So from the trade we made earlier in the video, dude, I really forget what trade that was, but I know we got a pick from Utah. That pick is gonna finish the number. It's gonna finish number 8. We made a trade with some team. We got Utah's pick. I'm not quite sure. I want to keep Will Hardy, dude. He's been great. He got us to the playoffs 2 times at this point. George is fully healthy now, so we have to worry about him missing time next season. So you love to see that. Although we could use this pick in a trade, we definitely could use this pick in a trade. Maybe we use AJ Green's contract and Rawlings and Nasir Anderson or somebody to get a point guard on the team with pick 8. I'm on board. If there is a guy that I like, I would definitely be interested in doing it. I didn't find anybody, so I'm going to go ahead and select Miles Simpson with this pick. With the 24th pick, we'll go ahead and select Kinston Kneppel. Definitely sure that's Colin Kneppel's brother or something. But yeah, Miles Simpson was a 76 overall, so he might be ready to play right away, so I'll take that. Asa Newell is a free agent, which I'm going to extend. Free agency, Asa Newell, like I said, and Mark Williams. So I'm going to pay them both. So Asa Newell and Mark Williams, I'm going to give them both contract extensions. Try to pay Mark Williams. There we go. Go ahead and give these guys back. Get these guys back in the team. I'm not going to make a trade yet. I want to see how player progression treats us, to see if Mark Sears or Sears can develop into the players I want them to. And then we'll consider making any type of trades. I'm probably going to move like Newell or Wilson to small forwards. Newell goes down. So I guess Wilson Yeah, okay, I guess both of them are just long-term power forwards. So I want to see how play progression looks like before we make any position changes or trades. I just want to see how that looks like first. Keontae George up to a 90 overall. Signing Keontae George the best thing I've done in a minute, bro. Caleb Wilson up to an 88. Right now, Walker Kessler up to an 88. 87, Jalen Johnson. Right now, Christian Collins, he's the future guy. He's our future superstar, and he's only 87 overall. There's so many guys higher than him, so our future is so bright. Newell is up. I'm probably going to move Caleb Wilson to small forward, though, because I do want him to still be the six-man type guy. So that's what I'll do. So Caleb Wilson will still play small forward. Christian Collins will still start. But, yes, even out the rotation a little bit. I definitely think we make the move for a point guard at the deadline, though, because I want to see how this team performs first. But at the deadline, I'm 100% going to make some type of move for a point guard. Actually, I'm not going to guarantee it. I'd say it's a 50-50 shot. It's likely. I also don't have to. We can win the championship without a point guard, in my opinion. But I want to go after a guy that can play make, not a scorer. A guy can obviously just play make. We don't really need any more scores in this team. If we have enough scoring. Mark Sears, Keontae George, Caleb Wilson, Jalen Johnson. So I'm gonna go ahead and bench. I want Caleb Wilson to be the bench player like he was last year. He thrived in that role, so why take him out of the role? Christian Collins, the guy I want to develop anyway. So Sears, George, Collins, Jalen Johnson, Kessler, Caleb Wilson, Aiden Newell, Mark Williams, and AJ Green. That'll be their rotation. We'll go 10-man and get whoever gets in. It is going to be Miles Simpson for sure. We'll play the rookie. But yeah, like I said, at the deadline, if there's a point guard or any type of guard that is available for a trade, I will jump on it. We have the assets to do it as well. We're at the trade deadline and we're 37-14. Sure, we don't need to make a trade, but I feel like we don't need a point guard. We just need kind of like a shooting guard or whatever guard we can find. I feel like Keontae George is a good enough playmaker himself, and Mark Sears will be good playmaker wise. I do know he might need some more defense on this team, perimeter defense specifically. If you take a look at the team stats, though, offensive rating, we're number one. Defensive rating is really, really bad, though. We are 22nd defensive rating. So getting some more perimeter defense in this team. I like the idea of going after Dyson Daniels. We can make another trade with Atlanta. I like the sound of it, honestly. If they want to get cheaper, maybe something like that. I'm going to go after Dyson Daniels. So what I'm going to offer, I'm going to start this trade off with AJ. We only make it $27 million year number one before his extension. Actually, his money goes down, so I'd absolutely love to go after Dyson Daniels. They extended him again for cheaper. So Jalen Johnson's hurt right now, so obviously, but I'm going to go ahead. Simpson might have to be in the trade or Knapp with one of these guys. So we need $10 million. We can just easily throw Miles Simpson in there. I don't know why he's making $10 million. Knipple's making $8 million. That's weird. And then I'll also go ahead and throw Kinston Knipple in there. Basically, our two picks in this draft. And then we just take on some minimum or one minimum. So Dan, okay, they'll have to give me two minimum. So what about Jamal Murray should not have much value. He has 2-star. But Dyson Daniels, Dan Mitchell, Jamal Murray for AJ Green, Miles Simpson, Kneppel. It sucks we have to trade AJ Green. He's been here for a minute, but if we have the chance to get Dyson Daniels, definitely we have to jump on that. And then I'll trade these two unprotected first-round picks for him. We'll see what they say. That does not get it done just yet. Would I be wanting to trade 3, maybe even a pick swap, 1-star value pick swap? That got it done. So Dyson Daniels, welcome to Milwaukee. Either you'll play point guard or shooting guard for us. You go down at point guard. Keontae George stays the same at point guard. So the plan was to have Keontae George play point guard, so I'm not mad at that. Now we need a backup shooting guard. So can Nasir Anderson or Mark Sears go to backup shooting guard for now? Mark Sears might be a little too small. He's a little way too small to go to backup shooting guard. Nasir Anderson, he stayed the same, so he can play that position for now. Could have moved Jamal Murray there, but I'm fine with Nasir Anderson playing that position for now. And then, yeah, so just like that, our new rotation is Keontae George, Dyson Daniels should bring some much-needed defense. Christian Collins still having a great season himself, getting better every season. Aiden Newell will start for now. Walker Kessler, Caleb Wilson, Mark Williams, Mark Sears, Nasir Anderson. And I guess Jamal Murray will play until we get Jalen Johnson back. Okay, I'll see y'all at the end of the season, 37-14. Let's keep this up. Victor Wembanyama wins MVP. We do have Caleb Wilson winning back-to-back six-man. That's his role at this team. He'll be a guy that can score off the bench and, just a spark plug off the bench. Will Hardy, Coach of the Year, won 63-19. We also won the NBA Cup. Keontae George won NBA Cup MVP. So, yeah, you absolutely love to see things clicking, like really, really good. We got Christian Collins making All-NBA third team as well as Keontae George. We ended up being the #1 seed in the NBA, so we can go win a championship this year if we're fully healthy. 63-19 in the season, best team in the East by far, best team in the league actually record-wise. And as you can see, we're not fully healthy. So 25 from Christian Collins, he played all 82. Keontae George played all 82 with 23 points per game. Still love that signing, dude. He was at 81 overall. We saw now he's up to a 90. He's only 26 years old. Collins only 22, dude. 19 from Caleb Wilson. Jalen Johnson is still injured from the prior injury, I think, but he is still day-to-day. Only played 42 games. We had about 12 from Mark Sears. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks with a broken elbow. He literally did that in the last game of the season, which is crazy. And then Azen Newell is out 4 to 6 weeks with a severe right ankle sprain. And then Mark Williams with 10. So everybody else is pretty good. Azen Newell ended up being a great throwing pieces. 10 from Mark Williams, 8 and 10, and 2 blocks from Kessler. 7 from Dyson Daniels. So yeah, I guess Jamal Murray ended up playing whatever, but okay, it's time to see if we can make a run in the playoff. Jalen Johnson going to play through his injury. I'm going to go 8-man rotation as we got the Charlotte Hornets in round 1. So Trey Mann, Brandon Miller, DeBange, Vanderbilt. Are they missing LaMelo Ball or did he leave the team? LaMelo Ball left the team. So, all right. I think Peter Washington might be hurt for them. We're going to beat them at 5. They'll play the Chicago Bulls. So Giddey, Hawkins, Terrence Stokes is at 84 overall, by the way. So I definitely made the right decision there, drafting Christian Collins. But here we go against the Chicago Bulls. We're gonna go and beat them in 6. And as our players back, Mark Sears is still 1 to 2 weeks. And then, oh, damn, Jalen Johnson got hurt again. Right hand fracture. He will be out for the remainder of the season, remainder of the playoffs. So he got hurt in this Chicago series. So who's our starting power forward right now? Because I know we're starting Mark Williams and Kessler together. So I don't love that at all. Azen Newell, how close are you to coming back? You are day-to-day. Please come back soon. We got Detroit. Floor spacing is terrible. I can't run this game 1. I'm sorry. I just can't run that for game 1. I'm playing Caleb Wilson, at least for this game. And Detroit, you have Cade, Richardson, Asar, Avdia. They don't really have a starting center unless, okay, they have Ace Bailey and Cameron. They have some injuries, so I guess we'll check and see how long their players are injured for. So Cameron Tom is out for this season. Ace Bailey is out for this season. And Cade Cunningham is banged up too. So against Detroit, we're going to take game 1. Azen Newell, you are back now. So you'd love to see that. Did he come back in game 1? He did. That's huge. We're going to take game 1, though. Game 2, we're going to take. Game 3, we're going to take. We are going to go ahead and beat them at 5 to play the Dallas Mavericks. So we're close to playing Sacramento, but not Dallas. So Kyrie Irving, AJ Williams, Cooper Flagg, Jeremy Sohan, Derek Lively, Cody Williams. This team might not look good on paper, but they're here for a reason. Stephon Castle is injured. That's absolutely huge. Stephon Castle, I think I saw it out for this season, and he is ruptured right Achilles. Absolutely brutal. But he is out for this season, and he just got hurt in the Sacramento Kings series. So all right, this could be our chance against the Dallas Mavericks. We're going to take game 1. We're going to take game 2. We're going to take game 3. And we're going to, no way. We're going to beat them at 6. Keontae George Finals VP. So Keontae George, great signing. Obviously, he ended up getting hurt a little bit. And then Jalen Johnson. We won the championship without Jalen Johnson and Mark Sears halfway. Imagine if we could do with them healthy throughout the entire playoffs. Murray, after trading for him, does retire on another championship, so he gets to retire with 2 rings, I believe so. But heading into the draft lottery, we're not going to be, I don't think we're going to have a pick in this draft. San Antonio gets 1 via Toronto. Then our pick goes to the Atlanta Hawks this year. So I don't know what trade that's from. Obviously, we made a trade with them, but whatever. So trading Giannis ended up us getting a championship. And Will Hardy has been the mastermind behind all of this. So I'm going to offer an extension. He'll probably be the head coach for the remainder of the week. We got our first championship too, man. So you love to see that. We have the 26th pick in the draft from the Pelicans, though, and the second round pick. So I guess we can draft and see what we can find. So any guys at the end of year. So I guess we'll go on select Clark Willis with the assistant GM draft for the other pick. They draft Brian Marshall 2-way. Christian Collins will accept. We're going to accept everybody here. Qualifying offers. Caleb Wilson is a free agent. Somebody I do want back. Would you look at here? Victor Wembanyama is a free agent. So it'd be fun if we figure out money to get him, but I don't think he'd ever leave the Spurs, dude. I mean, I'm not saying I don't think this horse. Let's let him. I'm not gonna offer win. That's all I'm gonna say. But Wilson has been amazing throughout the video. Jalen Johnson has been injured, but they're asking for a lot of money. But I'm gonna make sure I resign Caleb Wilson first. So I'm gonna lock him up. We're gonna get rid of Ron Rawlings now. At this point, he hasn't really been playing much, down to a 75 overall. Sucks he regressed so fast at 28, but all right, I'm gonna make sure I sign Caleb Wilson first. Now Jalen Johnson doesn't have any big offers, so I could wait, but I think it might make sense to lock him up now. So I will pay him 32 million for 4 years, so 128 million. It is a lot, but I am willing to pay him that whenever he wants to sign, and he will sign. Jalen Johnson, welcome to the team. A lot more expensive now, but obviously we're gonna have to pay. So Keontae George, Mark Sears ended up being a great idea to keep him. Dyson Nails, Nasir Anderson. We have Caleb Wilson, Christian Collins. Obviously Christian Collins, the starter. Elijah Williams. Elijah Williams and Nasir Anderson will fight over the last spot off the bench. Other than that, I feel like we have enough depth, but I'll sign somebody just in case. So Tari Eason coming as a night defender just in case somebody gets injured. And then still trying to sign more defense. I'll sign Herb Jones with a 1-year deal. So sign those two guys. We'll call it an offseason. Rotation heading into this season. So Keontae George, Nasir Anderson, Caleb Wilson, Jalen Johnson, Walker Kessler, Christian Collins. The one I Christian Collins come off the bench, like I said. Caleb Wilson will keep shining in a 6-man role. Can we get a three-peat for 6-man of the year award? We'll have to see, man. I still want to have him come off the bench. So George, Anderson, Christian Collins, Jalen Johnson, Kessler, Wilson, Newell. He's up to an 87. What a throw-in he was in that trade. Mark Williams, and then we're going to go 10-man rotation. If you're wondering where Dyson Daniels or Herb Jones are, they are injured at the moment. So Dyson Daniels somehow, he's on a sore right knee, so he'll be back day to day. Herb Jones has an inner ear infection, so he'll be out 1 to 2 weeks. But other than that, when they come back, we'll have a full rotation back, and I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Darren Peterson wins the MVP, so it looks like he's pretty good. So yeah, Darren Peterson. But at the end of the season, so we did 3P 6-man of the year, 21 points per game. This was going to be his role, and this was role for the rest of the video, 6-man of the year. So we ended up being the number 1 seed once again, though. Hopefully we're fully healthy. So 63 and 19. One thing I didn't check is the team stats to see if our defense actually improved. Offensively, we're like really, really good. Number 1. Defensively, we did improve to 10. So yeah, Dice Nails or Herb Jones helped out our defense a ton. 2 of the best wing defenders in the league. Player stats, we had about 27 from Christian Collins. I knew he'd be the right pick, dude. He's so good, man. 23 from Keontae George, 21 from Caleb Wilson, 15 from Jalen Johnson. So we stayed really healthy. Jalen Johnson's really injured last year's time. He's healthy. 11.5 from Azen Newell. Elijah Williams, so injuries did happen, obviously. Elijah Williams stepped in, averaged 10 points in 8 games. So maybe he's a sneaky candidate. If he just developed a lot more, he'd be in the rotation. 9 from Kessler, 8 from Mark Williams, 8 from Dyson Daniels, 8 from Sears, 6 from Nasir Anderson, and then 3. All right, time to see if we can make a run in the playoffs here. As I will go to 9-man rotation, Will Hardy Slay. Coach, we got the Charlotte Hornets in round 1. We were able to beat them last year. We are going to beat them in 4. Sweep them. Now we got Miami, so Hero, Mayhoff, Laravia, Bam, Edie, Khalil Ware, Khalil Buffkin. Against Miami, we're going to sweep them to play Boston. So Cole Anthony, Thurley, I don't know what's that name. Thurley, whatever. Jaylen Brown, Tatum, Jalen Duren. Looks like they're fully healthy as well. I remember Cole Anthony was on this team when we first started. But against Boston, we're going to beat them in 6 to once again face Dallas. And this time, Stephon Castle is healthy. So this might be a different story. Kyrie Irving isn't really still playing. He's finally going to hang it up after this season. Is Anthony Davis still here? No, I think he's gone, but he's retired. But okay, here we go. We are fully healthy against this team. So healthy versus healthy. Game 1, Dallas will take. Game 2, they're going to take. Game 3, we're gonna get 1 game. We're gonna even it up. They're up 3-2, and we might be going home to a fully healthy Dallas team. This is how good Dallas is in 2K, man. It just sucks to see, but we are gonna go ahead and high scoring game, 153 to 141. We got it done. Flag at 53 on us, but game 7 here. All we need is 1 win, and we're going back-to-back. We beat this fully healthy Dallas team. I'm not afraid of them no more. So far, we have the lead. Just hold on to it, man. Hold on to the lead, And we're going to dominate throughout 4 quarters. 139 to 124. 36 from Christian Collins. Bro, Tyron Stokes, who? We got the best player in that draft class. I told you guys, and just like that, we're on a back-to-back championship. Keontae George still won the Finals MVP. I mean, it's fine. I'll take it. But like I said, that's our second championship in this video. Let's keep it up, bro. Into the draft, the NBA draft, we got pick 29. We obviously don't have a draft lottery pick, but Will Hardy, man, it's been absolutely amazing. He was one of our best things we could have done, man. He absolutely developed the team of who we are now. Pick 29. This is the last year we have a real draft class, so I guess we could see. So Dexter Lawson will be the pick. He'll our second round pick. I won't even just bother signing. We'll two-way him, but Elijah Williams will accept, and C. Anderson, this is the last chance to see if he'll develop into something. If not, he ended up being not the best pick. But Christian Collins, once again, is a free agent. He deserves every single penny, every single dollar about an offer. So he has an offer from the Chicago Bulls coming in. Don't you guys have Tyron Stokes to worry about? He's 87 overall. They do, and they want to go after the player that they couldn't have took it. It might passed up on Stokes. But all right, I'm going to re-sign Christian Collins if he wants to come back with #1 option. He's restricted anyway, so it wouldn't matter. Keontae George is a free agent too, so it'll be hard to re-sign him. He's unrestricted, so we have to make sure we pay him as well, and that's what I'll do. So Keontae George, gonna give him $47 million, 5 years guaranteed. He will sign. So we definitely pay Christian Collins and Keontae George what they were worth. I mean, 2-time Finals MVP. Definitely will get you a max contract. If we have enough money for this, do we? We do. Okay. That might be the last max contract we're going to be able to afford. Herb Jones, if he goes to the Mavericks, dude, but forgot about Mark Sears. He's somebody I do want back as well. He's been here for a minute. We might as well keep extending him. So that's who we'll pay him, honestly. He deserves it. So, all right. Here's how we're looking like now. So we got Keontae George, Mark Sears, our point guard rotation. Shooting guard rotation, we have Keontae George. Shooting guard rotation, we have Dyson Daniels, Sierra Anderson, Christian Collins, Caleb Wilson. I want Elijah Williams to play this season. He showed some flashes last year. I want to give Elijah Williams and Sierra Anderson a chance. We'll see what they could do. Jalen Johnson and Newell, and then Kessler, Mark Williams, and yeah, we'll see how player progression treats us once again. Between 94 overall, Wilson is up, Keontae George is up, and nobody else really up. I mean, Elijah Williams is up to a 79, and that's, the Sierra Anderson just literally isn't progressing. He was supposed to be a huge part of what we did, but so far it's looking like it's not going to be worth anything. We're probably not able to resign him in the offseason. So, all right, I will see you guys at the end of the season. You probably already know what the rotation is going to look like. I mean, now that we're almost here, I might as well show you it. So, power ranking into second. 7-second system. We've been running that throughout the entire video. We're going to continue to run it. You got George, Daniels, Christian Collins, Jalen Johnson, Kessler, Caleb Wilson, Ace Newell, Mark Williams, and Mark Sears as a 10-man rotation. We'll go, actually, yeah, 9-man. We'll go 10-man and get Williams in rotation. He's shown flashes, so I'll see y'all now at the end of the season. This happened! Caleb Wilson MVP coming off the bench. Okay, he actually played 37 starts. But, wow, Caleb Wilson MVP is something I did not expect. Well, it happened. That's freaking cool. We had to have a huge injury. But we went 71-11, so maybe not. Caleb Wilson MVP. Wow, okay. We had an MVP candidate coming off the bench this entire time. But we'll see if we're injured or not. So 71-11. We probably own the Eastern Conference. Once again, our offense is literally amazing. I think this is the best offensive rating I've seen. Defensive rating is 7-2. Are we injured like any way, anyhow? We just like this. So 27 from Christian Collins. He only played 50. Okay, he came off the bench a couple games. It was really weird. 25 from Keontae George, 25 from Wilson. So we have a whole big three here. So do we consider playing Wilson at power forward and starting him? I don't know. We'll see. Do we consider playing Christian Collins or Wilson at power forward? We'll see. 16 from Jalen Johnson, 12 from Newell. He is injured right now, 1 to 2 weeks. He's the only guy injured. Everybody else is fully healthy. Everything else is going really good. So Williams didn't have this season. C. Anderson, whatever. But okay. All right, everybody in the rotation is on fire instead of one person. But yeah, literally the whole rotation is cooking. So I don't see reason why we lose. We got the Washington Wizards in round 1. We are going to go ahead and sweep them. This team we're going to sweep. CJ Roster is on this team. But anyway, we're going to play the Chicago Bulls. They have Giddy, Whitmore, Ace Bailey, Sohan, Aiden, Ron Holland is on this team. Still didn't develop a three-point shot. but he probably is still getting right now a lot of money from the Chicago Bulls. Yeah, I just wasn't paying him 31 million to not even. I wasn't paying him there. I didn't think he was worth it. I really did not think he was worth it. 100% wasn't worth it. But we're gonna go ahead and beat the Bulls in 6. Now we got the Boston Celtics, and the Celtics have a solid team. I think we beat them last year though. We're gonna go ahead and beat them at 5 to play Dallas once again. So it's always gonna be hard playing Dallas. I mean, maybe not. They're missing Cooper Flag. Wait, did Cooper Flag leave this team? Okay, right now we're injured. Mark Williams out 1 to 2 weeks. We do need to sign a third string center, something we do need. But dude, where's Cooper Flag? No way. Okay, Flag's still in. Why is he in this lineup? Oh, he's playing power forward. I just didn't. I'm used to him being small forward, but he's playing power forward with this team. Okay, against Dallas, we're gonna go ahead and lose the 5 this year though. So yeah, don't know what happened. We were a little banged up in the front court. That's probably some of the reasons why. But all right, we lose our first championship in a minute. We could have repeated, but the Mavericks do stop us, of course. This is like a rivalry now. Milwaukee Bucks versus Dallas Mavericks. In the draft, our pick goes to Atlanta once again. Oh, from the Dyson Daniels trade. I'm wondering. Now I'm noticing why our pick goes to Atlanta. But I'm just not even gonna worry about the second round either. Draft me whoever. Clark Wilkes, Elijah Williams. I guess we can extend the qualifying offers and come back on that. But anything else, not gonna really offer them an extension. Kessler is somebody I do want back though. Somebody I will offer an extension to, and he will sign to. We'll get Kessler back. Other two guys, I'm not really too concerned at all. Well, since their deals are cheaper like this, I guess I would resign them to this. So sure, resign on both the 2-year contracts. Kind of similar deals too. So yeah, since it's cheaper than the qualifying offer, we'll sign them to that. This for good depth, So we have a full rotation. The only thing we might change this year is we might end up playing Christian Collins at power forward this season and seeing how that works. We might end up. Well, I mean, what does that mean for? I want to sign a third string center, so I don't want to do. So third string center, Aiden Robinson Okongwu. I guess we'll go after. I don't want somebody that's gonna regress, so I'll go after. Go after this 26-year-old. We don't have enough money for him. What? Okay. Why is he in the affordables? Okay, can we go after? Who can we go after, dude? Can we go after? Dude, can I get anybody? I literally can't afford a minimum contract. So we're at the point where we are, I believe, hard capped at the second April. We can't afford a minimum contract. So never mind. We cannot afford to sign a 15th player. 95, my experiment, some of that power forward this year. So I think this might be Jalen Johnson's last year with this team. He's been here for a minute. Yeah, he's been really good, though. Part of me don't want to trade him. But if we lose or something happens this year, we'll definitely consider trading away Jalen Johnson. But for now, I'll see you guys at the end of the season. We have a couple more years left in this 10-year rebuild. This season, we ended up being the number 2 seed this year. Chicago Bulls snatched our chain with 65-17. We only won 59 games this season. So did something happen I'm unaware of? Okay, we definitely have to switch some things up at trade. So Christian Collins only played 64 games this season. So yeah, he's been quite injured throughout the past 2 years. 22.5 from George, 20 from Caleb Wilson, 14 from Johnson, 12 from Newell. Newell has been really injured too, dude. Like it's feel like every single time he gets injured that we simulated, man, it's been a lot. Got injured a lot. But I learned from Nasir Anderson. He's finally at least done something productive. 9, 8, 8, 7, 2. But okay, time to see if we can make a run in the playoffs here. I'll go 8-man rotation. We got Char, we're not the 1 seed anymore. We got the Wizards in round 1. So we've been owning this team a lot. We'll see if we can own them again. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to sweep them. Are we getting healthy? George is healthier. Aiden Wells recovering. Now we got the New York Knicks around 2. This is how they look like. Reed Shepard, Thomas. Malik Thomas, Hugh Gonzalez, Paul, Karl Anthony Towns still on this team. Surprisingly, he is still on this team on a bigger contract too. Not a bigger contract, you know what I mean. We're gonna beat them, sweep them, whatever. Now we got the Milwaukee Bucks. So no, we're the Milwaukee Bucks. We got the Boston Celtics. Man, I think I'm losing brain cells by rebuilding, doing all these 10-year rebuilds. Like Ja'Kai Miles, Dyer Lee, he's averaging 22 right now, 24 in the playoffs. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum are a little washed now, 84, Jalen Duren. Well, time to see if we can take down the Celtics, as we are going to go out and sweep them. Now we got the Golden State Warriors. Not going to be Dallas, Golden State. Dallas got eliminated in round 1. I'm guessing they were missing Cooper Flag. I guess they were. They're missing Cooper Flag and Stephon Castle. So, well, it would have been nice to play them, but obviously Stephon Castle has been injured. Are we fully healthy? Keontae George got hurt again. Mark Williams got hurt again, dude. And of course, is back, and then Jalen Johnson, they back. We're relatively still healthy. Everybody's gonna play through them. We got the Dash Daniels. We got the Daniels brothers going at each other, so that's cool. Jelon Love, Kaminga, and Pachemski are still on this team, so that's interesting. Game one, we're gonna take. Game two, they ended up. Game three, we're up 2-1. We're up 3-1, and we're gonna beat them at 5. George Finals VP. So George is still in all the Finals VPs, man. No Finals VPs for Christian Collins, Caleb Wilson, none of those guys, man. But I think we only have like one more season left. If I'm pretty sure, we have 2 more seasons left. So I guess we'll simulate to next season. Trade with the Phoenix Suns, where we traded away Jalen Johnson and this guy, and we're getting Kamal Malawat. So we're getting an upgrade at backup center. Malawat averaged 6 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks per game, 1.5 steals. So I'll gladly do the trade for Kamal Malawat. So welcome to the team, Kamal Malawat. We're going to pay Azen Newell. I was going to pay Mark Williams, but I realized that we just traded for Kamal Malawat, so we're going to go and decline that contract. We're not going to pay Mark Williams. He's going to go to the Memphis Grizzlies or Atlanta Hawks, where it doesn't really matter to me, but going to pay Newell. That's really it. Go ahead and move Caleb Wilson to power forward this year. So Caleb Wilson is going to start next to Christian Collins, so I do like that a ton. We have a 4 rotation. I'll simulate the play progression, then that's probably it. Christian Collins has officially broken out. Well, Christian Collins has officially broken out and won his first MVP award. So yeah, he broken out, averaging 31.8 points per game, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. So yeah, he's won his first MVP. He also won 61-21 this season. So we'll see if we can win a championship in the second to last season. We're fully healthy heading to the playoffs too, which is nice. Player stats, he had about 31 from Christian Collins. He played all 82, 27.5 from Caleb Wilson. So yeah, starting him was a better decision, dude. 24 from Keontae George, 14 from Newell, 12 from Sears, 9 from Anderson, 8, 7, 7, 5. So I guess Malawat is starting kind of. I mean, they're both swapping, but all right. In round one, we're gonna go ahead and go 8-man rotation, but we have Charlotte. So Charlotte has Black. They have Millard, Banza. Beat this team. They do look pretty good though. We're gonna sweep them still to play Washington. So against the Wizards, we are gonna go ahead and beat them in 6. Now we got the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls still have Gideon Kobe White, dude. They had him drop this entire time, man. Ron Hall is still here as well. Bulls might beat us. I have a weird feeling. Normally, we're going to sweep them. Now we got San Antonio. I don't think I played San Antonio yet. I do not think I played Victor Wembanyama. We are finally playing him in his Spurs. We are going to go ahead and beat them in 6, though. Caleb Wilson wins the Finals MVP. Because this time, it's not Keontae George. It's Caleb Wilson. I would love for Christian Collins to get a Finals MVP, but I guess Caleb Wilson absolutely bought out in the Finals. So he definitely deserves it. We have 1 more year left on this one. I'll see you guys next season in the playoffs. Yeah, this time he broke out, almost averaging 30 points, 10 rebounds, man. So, yeah, Caleb Wilson was definitely the right pick with pick 9. So, yeah, 60-22 in the season will be the final season. Actually injured right now. He's out 6 to 8 weeks. Muller's out 1 to 2 weeks, and Dice Dale's out for this season. So, of course, for the final season. We're absolutely injured the final season, so I don't know how far we'll even get. Right now, like I said, I would love to get these guys, but the closest player to returning right now is Malawat. Once we get him back, we'll get Wilson back, and then we won't be getting Dice Daniels for the playoffs, which sucks, but we should still be fine. In round 1, we got the Boston Celtics. We'll see if we can take them down, as we are going to go ahead and beat them in 6. Malawat did come back in the chase, but I didn't look at the player stats, though. Players, so we had about 20 or 30 from Christian Collins, almost 30 from Wilson, 23 from Keontae George. Still happy about signing him, dude. We had about 15 from Newell, 11 from Mark Sears, 8.5 from Daniel, 7 from these guys. But yeah, that's really it. So it really matters. But in round 2, like I said, Malawat is back in round 2. We do have the Cleveland Cavaliers. So we'll see if we can take the Cleveland Cavaliers now. We're going to lose in 6, mainly because we didn't have Caleb Wilson. I don't think he was playing the playoffs. Yeah, he was a big piece. Mainly because we didn't have Caleb Wilson. We had Caleb Wilson, we're definitely beating the Cavaliers. But the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to win the championship at least. But that'll end off this 10-year rebuild. Definitely injuries derailed the final season, but it was 100% a fun one. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Do you think the Bucks will actually trade Giannis? Do you think Giannis will actually leave the Bucks soon? Comment on what you guys think, and do you guys like that trade also? But hope you guys have a great day. Make sure to like, subscribe to the channel. Have a great day or night, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.